Hey book readers, I surfed the web, and I mean I surfed it hard, looking for the most unusual bookends I could find. Not just on Amazon, but I'm talking about Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, eBay, and other go-to sites for finding unique treasures. So, in no particular order, here are 10 of my favorite bookends that I found. Nothing says you're sophisticated yet silly like these golden banana bookends. They look kind of like something that you'd give to a comedian who comes out on open mic night as an award, maybe, or I guess they could be perfect for holding your funniest books. I know there are lots of hilarious books out there that people, like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, that people just crack up over. So these could go on either sides of that, I suppose, and I think the fact that they're peeled adds something to their elegance and charm. Okay, so the title for the next one that I found, which I found on Facebook Marketplace, is Vintage 1970s Weird Caterpillar Bookends. And that's basically the description of what this is. It looks like something clearly handmade and maybe like painted by a child, or maybe the paint has just like worn off over time over the past 50 plus years. And I'm not sure if it's supposed to look like the very hungry caterpillar, or maybe like the one caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland. I'm not sure if this is a particular caterpillar or just kind of like a children's theme that they're going for. It's also, I mean, it's kind of creepy, but it's kind of cute. Now here's the top one I found on Amazon, and this was listed on a couple of other blog articles talking about like the weirdest bookends that they could find. And it's a two-way Stargate bookend set, and it lights up so that the image you're seeing is actually correct. Like there's a blue light, I guess, that kind of emanates out of it, which is kind of unique, kind of cool. And it, like I said, it kind of looks like there's a portal on either side of your books, which I think would be really cool if you had like both sides, like you had a sci-fi series in between or something like that. Be perfect to hold some science fiction books. Now the fourth set of bookends that I found come from eBay, and the title for these was Weird Unusual, Strange Long-Nosed Boy on a Chain Bookends. And yeah, that's again a pretty good description. The seller doesn't provide any more information as far as like the history or the purpose of these bookends. I just see that I saw that they're really strange. I mean, there's like a Pinocchio character on a chain attached to a door. I'm not sure if the like Pinocchio character stands up or it's just always lying down. It's kind of tough to tell. It reminds me a little bit of a cuckoo clock as well, with this bird that's perched on top of the house. But there's this weird little detail, like there's this food bowl, dog bowl thing in the corner. I have no idea what it is. I don't know what any of this is, what any of these pieces have to do with one another. I'm sure there's a story somewhere, but I can't figure it out for the life of me. Now the next pair of bookends on my list is the most expensive pair that I could find. Maybe, I'm sure that there are some more, more expensive than this, that cost more money, that were once owned by some famous celebrity or king or queen or something like that, but just searching online, these are the ones that I could find. And they were listed at $20,000 for the two of them. And it said that it's a 1930s design from the Austrian sculpture artist Franz Hagenauer. Never heard of him, but apparently he's a big deal, I guess, if you're, asking for $20,000 for something that he did. These brass bookends are supposed to represent a woman's head. And again, this is very modern interpretation of what I'm seeing here. I mean, to me it looks like a kind of like a golden light bulb or some kind of award for hot air balloonists. But yeah, I guess if you want something gold and shiny that's gonna pop on your bookshelf and it's gonna cost you a pretty penny, you could go with these. The next pair of bookends I found on Etsy, and these were from the Gaping Gobs Etsy bookseller, who's based in the UK. This weird shop sells like all kinds of crazy sculptures along these same lines. This one was made from, it's a high density plaster, and then it's hand painted. I thought maybe like, because you got the teeth, the mouth, the eyes, the crazy, like you see the muscles beneath, it's really odd and kind of off-putting, but I thought maybe you could put these at a dentist office. Maybe you have some like weird anatomy books that these could go on either side of. I mean, it's definitely a conversation starter, but I don't know what that conversation would be about, and I don't know if I'd want to take part in that conversation. Etsy was where I found the next set of bookends, and these are like the most boring ones that I found that were also kind of interesting. That makes sense, boring and interesting. I don't know how those work well together, but it does in this sense. So these are, they said that they're like cool handmade vintage beer can bookends. These are small cans filled with plaster or something like that, and just like a basic really soft wood, I guess, that probably you could find at Home Depot, and they just kind of attached it on there. And according to Wikipedia, because these are like Olympia Brewing Company beer cans, and I was not familiar with Olympia Brewing Company, but it said that the brewery or beer company was established in 1896 in the state of Washington, which makes sense, next to Olympia National Park, maybe. But that it closed in 2003, so I guess maybe these are some kind of collector's item. The beer cans, at least. I don't know why they're attached to bookends, but if you like drinking, you like beer, you like books, perfect combo here. Now this next set is one that I saw in a couple different places, but I mean, maybe it was my childhood that was speaking to me, but it's just, they're very unique. And it's these vintage 1996 Goosebumps bookends, Reading is a Scream, Curly the Skeleton set. And like I said, I think these are perfect for kids like me who grew up in the 90s and either like read the books or watched the TV show, which was creepy. It gave me nightmares. There was one with like the little ventriloquist dummy. Oh gosh, no. Not a horror book person or a horror movie TV show person. Not for me. But I mean, the person selling these, I'm not sure if this is like a nostalgic thing for a millennial like me, or if it's gonna be maybe I'm the audience, but I'm buying it for my kids to put in their room. Not really sure, but they're cool. I mean, they're really unique. So the next set is a really interesting idea for like decorators. If you're interested in interior decorating, these fishbowl bookends are really a neat idea, I think. I mean, so there's two halves of a fishbowl, like it's basically sliced in half with the glass just being straight down the line on either side, and you can put, you know, a basic goldfish or betta fish in both sides, in between a couple books. Maybe these are nautical books. You know, I've talked about some books that are set on ships before. Maybe those go in between these. And I just like how these, like, if you did get these, which I would consider getting, they'd like add some life, color, movement to your bookshelf, which is really interesting. And the last item that I found and I put on this list is from eBay again, and the title of this one was Cute Retro Cat and Mouse Bookends, Cute Quirky Farmhouse Cottagecore Style. I looked at these, I mean, they have like major Tom and Jerry vibes, right? You have the mouse who's about to like thunk the cat on the head on either side of the bookend. I like animals a little bit being part of a bookshelf, and this kind of, like I said, we have the caterpillar, like they kind of play off one another. It looks a little childish, maybe something that goes in a kid's bedroom, but also there's some comedy here. Like I said, Tom and Jerry vibes, but the knockoff version of that. So I guess if you're a cat person, maybe you like this, or maybe if you're a person who owns rats and mice. But again, really strange with the cat peeking around the corner. Cool. At the end of the day, just cool bookends. There you have it, 10 weird and wonderful bookends from across the internet. Let me know in the comments if you own any unique bookends. I don't think I have any in particular that I think are really interesting at all, but let me know if you do. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Happy reading.